guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Khumani Mona and thank you for clicking on my video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I am bringing to you guys the Beginner's Guide series. Finally, it is here. We've waited for so long, Khumani. Thank you very much. So the Beginner's Guide series is gonna go on for about 4 to 5 weeks, where I show you guys how to achieve a full face of soft glam. This is dedicated to all the beginners who want to try out makeup but don't know how or where to start. I'm going to be bringing to you guys different videos over 4 to 5 weeks. I'm going to be showing you a brow tutorial, a brushes tutorial, affordable products to get you started with makeup, a foundation highlight and contour routine, a simple eye look, lashes, liner, the whole shebang. It is for you guys so you guys can start creating your own looks. In today's video, we're gonna cover affordable products that you guys should include in your makeup starter pack kit. And then it's going to be followed by a brushes tutorial to show you what brush goes where. So if you're interested in this video, please keep on watching. Before we get started, do you see this bonnet right here? This bonnet that I'm wearing right here. My friend plugged me, so I'm going to plug you. I got this from her sister-in-law, Collie. She makes these herself. This was 150 and she delivers it via Paxi, which is the PEP courier service. And I'm enjoying this. Like, I like the pleated detail, like it's just so cute. She also makes a set, so with pillowcases. So if you guys are interested in that, I will leave her details in the description box and you can plug yourselves and plug others, please. I know makeup can be so expensive and sometimes buying a lot at once is just so overwhelming. So I don't want to say how much you should be budgeting towards makeup, but maybe if I would put a number on it, I would say 1,000 Rand, 1.5. Depending on like how affordable you want it or how like much you want to spend money on it. So yeah, it is also nice to just like pick up a product here and there so you don't feel like you're buying everything at once, and then by the time you know it, you have a kit to create a full face with. First things first, we're gonna cover some primers. I do have dry skin, but I do have a range of primers that can cater to, you know, oily skin or dry skin or combination skin or whatever. So with primers, I would definitely recommend that you go for the Catrice Tensational 10-in-1 Dream Primer. This has a SPF of 15, which is a good skin benefit. I would also recommend that you pick up the Revlon Rose Glow Illuminating Primer. This is a bit on the pricier side, but it really gives you that glow underneath your makeup. And then another affordable primer for oily skin is this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. And if you have like textured skin, it's really good for you. It like really like blurs out your pores and mattifies your skin. I use this more in the summertime than the wintertime, but I do mix it with the Catrice or the Revlon primer. So this is about 110 on Superbalist. I think this is the cheapest of the three that I've just showed you. And then there's also this Swiitchbeauty, this baby girl right here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this superhero dewy mist. This is like 110 Rand for the 80 ml, but there is a bigger one than this. So I like to just like prep my face with this right here, and it's honestly just so refreshing. Cool, let's move over to foundations. So the foundation that I started wearing is this Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. Honestly, this is so affordable. I don't think it's more than 100 Rand. If it is, maybe 110, but I got it for like 90 something Rand or 80 something Rand on Superbalist. This is actually a matte foundation, but it still works for my dry skin, so I wouldn't say it's that matte, but if you have oily skin, this is also very, very, very good. The coverage is like medium, but like I'm not a full coverage girl. I don't mind a medium coverage, especially if I have the option to build it up. So I don't mind a lot of these foundations that I'm going to show you guys. The next foundation is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in a matte range. I have a dewy one. Oh yeah. They also have a dewy one, a dewy range, and this is the shade Deep Honey, but it was a bit darker. So I have tried this by itself and it wasn't too mattifying on my skin, especially because I prepped my face with like hydrating primers. So this is like 120 Rand at Clicks. So yeah, I'm happy with that foundation. The next one, which is a bit pricier, is the Revlon Colorstay foundation, and this is also a dewy range. They also have for oily skin, so this is for dry skin, and this is the shade Caramel. I love this foundation. It gives you a natural finish, you know, very good for soft glam. And then we have the Rimmel Foundation. This is the Match Perfection 24-hour moisture hydration. So I love brands that have a range for dry skin because I've struggled for the longest time, guys, honestly. This is about like 180 Rand at Clicks. So those are all the foundations. Let's move on to concealer. The first concealer I ever used when I was starting out with makeup is the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. This concealer is everything. It's still popular today. It gives you full coverage. This shade gives you like golden undertones. It's nice here, and the price point is really good. This retails for about 64 Rand, I think, and you can get it at Dischem because I believe LA Girl is only at Dischem. Another concealer I would recommend is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealers. I love these as well. I'm just loving this shade right now. It's the shade 60. I just don't know what the name actually is, and I like to go in with a lighter concealer to also brighten up my under eye. So yeah, these are more pricier than the LA Girl ones. I'm not sure how much they are, but I will leave prices in the description box. I love these. They also give you full coverage. They're creamy, good for dry skin. And then if you want to spend a little bit more coin on concealers, I would recommend the L'Oreal More Than Concealer concealer. This is the shade 335. I have the shade 338, and I'm new to these, but I'm enjoying them so much. They're so full coverage and just great, guys. They're just great for dry skin. Like, dry skin girls need cream. So that's all the concealers that I would recommend. I didn't touch on brow products. Let me quickly touch on brow products. For brows, I would say, oh my goodness, this is the go-to. The Essence Eyebrow Designer. The lid has the spoolie, and yeah, there's a lot going on here. And just want you guys to see the color. This is the shade 2 Brown, and honestly, this will never fail you guys. This is amazing. So if you want to fill in your brows, get this from Essence. It is only like 32 Rand, 34 Rand max. If you want to spend a little bit more coin, you can go for the Revlon Colorstay Brow Creator, which gives you that precise, fluffy brow because of this tiny tip. And it also has a spoolie on the other side. And this is more expensive than the Essence eyebrow pencil, but honestly it's so amazing and it glides on so beautifully. I'm going to show you the color right here. This is, what color is this? This is dark brown, so it's this color right here. I love this. So yeah, that's brows. If you want to, you can also get the Essence Lash Brow. If you have unruly brows like me, like my brows, guys, are just as lake. Like, they just ungovernable, basically. They just go here, 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 here. By the time I'm done with my face, my brow hairs are like everywhere. So I'm trying this lash and brow mascara to just set them in place. But if you don't want to use this, or you want to save some coins, you can definitely use a styling gel if you have one lying around the house, or got2b glue. That's gonna give you that fluffy brow and just set your brow hairs in place, especially if you have thick brows. Yeah, so that is brows. Let's move over to powders. So with powders, I would say the Makeup Revolution banana powder is amazing. Alternatively, you can go for the Revlon Candid setting powder. So these are loose powders. I have one in 001 and I have one in 002, and then the Revolution banana one. So these are very affordable. In fact, this whole Candid range by Revlon is so affordable. their foundation and concealers. So affordable, and they're actually very, very good. So I like to mix this with my 001 and set my eyes and my face. To set my contour, I like to go in with this black Radiance True Complexion contour palette, and yeah, so it's got 3 pans. It's got a bronzing, sculpting and highlighting pan. Actually, I think they discontinued this at Dischem, so I don't even know what's the point. Alternatively, you can use the Makeup Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit, and it basically has the same kind of pans. So you've got a bronzing shade and you've got a highlight and a blush, but I don't like blushes that have shimmer to them. So yeah, what's nice about this is that you don't only set your contour with this, but you can actually create a nice eye, like a natural eye look with this. So this is 2 for 1. Okay. Another bronzing or contour palette that I like is this one from Swiitchbeauty. It's a dual pan. It's got a bronzing shade and a contour shade, and honestly guys, these are so affordable. I just don't know how much they are, forgot, but I'll put everything down in the description box. So yeah, I love palettes like this that don't come as like a singular thing, because then you can literally highlight, you can contour, highlight and create an eye look with just one contour palette. You're saving. So if you are a beginner but you still want to do colorful eye looks that aren't limited to just like browns, you can go for this palette right here. This is a Swiitchbeauty Slays for Days palette, and it's a bit pricier obviously than like a contour palette that you could just like use on your eyes, but this has all the colors that you need. So you can do subtle oranges, browns, you can do a smoky eye, you've got blacks here, you can do cute pink highlights on your lids. Like it's just amazing. It's a very nice palette. I still use it till this day. This is 350, but always check Swiitchbeauty for specials. It might just be your lucky day and you know get this for like 200 instead of 350. So yeah, for eyes I would also recommend the Essence Lash Princess mascara. I absolutely love this mascara. This is the sculpted volume mascara. There's also a green one, so I love those two. And for liner, I like the Essence Kajal pencil, as well as the Essence the Dip eyeliner. So this is a liquid eyeliner, and this is just a normal pencil eyeliner, which is so blunt. With lashes, I get them from Chinatown. Like I really need to explore different brands of lashes, but I get mine from Chinatown in East London. And then for glue, I use this duo glue right here. I got this from Muse Beauty. And what else do I have to say about eyes? I'm gonna ask a friend of mine what she uses for her lashes, or what lashes she would recommend, affordable lashes that she would recommend, and I will put that in the description box. Okay, so for lips, I would recommend guys, I love Essence. I just realized like I'm an Essence gal, like clearly. So for Essence, I would go for these 8 Hour Stay Matte liquid lipsticks. They are so good, you guys. This red is in the shade I Dare You, and this nude is in the shade Duck Face. So these are really good. They last, they stay matte, they don't transfer, they're just amazing. I would also recommend the Avon Mock lipsticks. They're very pasty, they thick. They're so thick, but honestly it's so nice. Where is it? Right here. This is a nude. It's in the shade Dare to Be Bare. What else do I need to tell you guys? Oh, I need to tell you guys about setting sprays. Let's get to setting sprays. Guys, I forgot to tell you about another eyeshadow palette. The Catrice Pro Next Gen. Oh, wow, this palette, guys, come on. This is the Catrice Pro Next Gen Nudes palette. I've done a review on this in my previous videos. It has your pinks, your browns, it's got shimmers, it's got mattes. So this is a very good palette as well. This is about 210, so it's less expensive than the Swiitchbeauty one, but it gives you a bit more variety if you want to switch up your eye looks. So check this out. The first setting spray that I ever used was the Essence Instant Matte. Guys, Essence, I used Essence in my lifetime. This matte setting spray was too matte for me, but I didn't know any better back then. Like I just So yeah, this is very affordable. It's 54 Rand, I think. And yeah, it's too matte for me. I've got dry skin, so if you have oily skin, it might work for you. If you have dry skin, I would recommend the Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. This is hydrating. It gives you a plumping effect. It's slightly pricier than the Essence one, but it does the job if you have dry skin. And then there's also this Maybelline Lasting Fix Spray. It's a bit pricier. It's 170 bucks. But people have been raving about this. It gives you a matte finish, so I'm gonna try it. I haven't tried it out, but I will try it out in the summertime and see if it works for my dry skin, and I will get back to you about that. Alternatively, you guys can go for the Swiitchbeauty Superhero Dewy Mist. This is a prepping step, but it's also a setting step as well. So you can use this to prep your face for makeup, but you can also use it to set your makeup in place, and this will give you a dewy finish. So I would recommend this, highly recommend this for you guys. And for blush, you guys, I'm all over the place. With blush, I use the Revlon blush in the shade Hot Cheeks. This is a new blush for me, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Before this, I was using blush shades from a eyeshadow palette that I have, and I just decided to use this because I recently got introduced to it and I honestly love it. So guys, that is the end of the affordable products portion of this video. Now I'm going to take you guys through a brushes tutorial so I can show you guys what brush goes the way. We're going to go through a quick brushes tutorial. My first ever brushes were from Swiitchbeauty, and I honestly have nothing bad to say about those brushes. They were really soft. They lasted me a long time. I think I lost some of them. They were a 10 piece, and I think they went for 350 Rand. Please don't get overwhelmed with all these brushes I'm showing you. I just want to show you a variety in case you come across a makeup brush and you don't know what to use it for. Then I also got brushes recently from Takealot. I'm not going to say whether or not I recommend these brushes from Takealot. The one thing I picked up from them is that the hairs just come out very easily, so I don't like that, especially from this one brush. But yeah, I'm going to try them a couple of times, and then if I recommend them, I will tell you. If I don't, I will tell you. But I just used them once and I'm still getting used to them, so I will let you know. But I have a few favorites from the set. That's why I'm showing you guys these brushes. So if you don't want to use brushes, you can use a beauty blender. You can get beauty blenders from anywhere. Dischem, Clicks. I got these from Takealot. But the one I would recommend is the Real Techniques Complexion Sponge, but it is a bit pricier. I think it's 200 Rand. So alternatively, you can go to Dischem or anywhere else really and get yourself a beauty blender. These were from Takealot. They came as 4 in this container, and they literally come in different shapes and sizes. We have this big one. This one looks like the Real Techniques one, and we've got just different ones that I've just never used, man. We have tiny ones that are good for under your eyes, and then we have this shape right here as well. So let's start with face brushes, right? If you want to get the most out of your foundation, get a fuller coverage, I would say use a brush. Otherwise, if you want a more skin-like flawless finish, I would say use a beauty blender, because it absorbs a bit of the product. So with my medium coverage foundations that I've showed you guys, I like to use a brush because I want to get the most out of it, right? So the brushes I like to use are these Swiitchbeauty ones. This is more it's a flat brush, but it's not as dense as this one. This one is not as flat. I think it's a bit tapered a bit, but it's more dense. So you can get full coverage with these brushes right here, or better coverage. So if you want to apply your primer with a brush, I would go for a flat brush like this, something easy just to put things on, but you can use your hand. For concealer, you can use a concealer brush like this to just apply your concealer if you don't want to use the actual applicator of the concealer. And to blend away your concealer, I like to use this Real Techniques brush right here, and I just like to blend my concealer with it. It gets to the like cracks and grooves of your face. Otherwise you can use a beauty blender. Here's another example of a concealer brush. It's just something small, tapered, and you can just literally apply it. But it's too small for me to blend out concealer with it, so I like to use a beauty blender or a bigger fluffy tapered brush like these. Contour, I would go for a small brush, but a small brush that is not dense, so something like this, so that I don't go heavy-handed because I don't like a hectic contour. So yeah, something like flat and like this. Have a brush like this in your kit. I think this would be good for contour. Otherwise you can use this for a foundation, but like I think this would like hug your cheek so nicely. I must actually try it. Other ones are big, but they still have the same design, and you can put this like, you can put your foundation with it. So this you can use for contour if it's tiny enough, so it can really like hug your cheekbones. Applying loose powder under your eyes, I would go for a brush like this. This is a nice fluffy brush. It's a dome brush, so it can really like apply loose powder under your eyes, down here, and so on. Otherwise you can use your beauty blender again to apply loose powder under your eyes or in your concealed areas. The biggest brush that you have in your kit is probably a brush like this or a brush like so. So these brushes are powder brushes where you can apply your pressed powder and just set your whole face. This one is from Real Techniques, and this one is the one from Take A Lot, and you just literally set your whole face with this. And for blush, I would use a brush like this. This is also like not too dense, and it can just like nicely distribute blush on your cheeks. Move over to eyeshadow brushes. So I have hooded eyes, so I don't like using big brushes for my eyes, especially if you are a beginner, because you want to reduce the chances of error, right? So I like to use smaller brushes like this right here. This is a nice fluffy brush that you can use to blend your eyeshadow. And I also like a brush that is like this. This is like a dome brush, and this is good to concentrate the color in a certain part of your eye, and then going in with that fluffy brush to kind of like just blend it out nicely. You can use a big brush if you have hooded eyes, but only if you like have mastered how to use it and you can get away with it. So this big brush right here I can use to just like fluff out. If I'm just doing like one color, like just a soft brown, I can use a big brush just to like put it, because I'm going to put it everywhere. It's more messier. Like you don't need a lot of technique when you just slapping color on your eye. So if you have bigger eyes, I would encourage bigger brushes, but if you have smaller eyes, I would encourage smaller brushes. This brush right here is also good to pack on color on your lid, or you can also use this to kind of like apply an eyeshadow color on your waterline at the bottom of your eye. It's flat, but it's still like a bit dense, and this is also a good flat brush as well to apply color on your lids, if you want to apply a shimmer, if you want to like blend out the bottom of your eye. Other eyeshadow brushes that are really good are the color brushes from Dischem. I have this one. This is a blending brush, 311 brush. I like that it's small and you can also just blend out any shades. I also like this color brush that I just showed you guys, and you can apply your shimmers with this brush, and it's just like really nice and small. If you're not using a eyeliner pencil and you're using like a pomade or like a gel, you can use a eyeshadow brush like this. It's slanted, it's angled, so you can create a nice wing. Or you can use this for your eyebrows when you want to create the hair strokes and you're using like a pomade and you're not using a pencil. So yeah, that is that. And then you have your spoolie brush for your brows. If you have a brush like this in your makeup kit, You can use this for lining your lips or putting lipstick on your lips, and yeah, it just helps. Or if you want to clean away something, using a small brush like this really helps. Or if you want to apply product or cut your crease with it, this would really help. So yeah, I also have a brush that is angled and it's a bit dense than the other angled brush that I showed you guys, and I like to use this for my nose contour. I think it does such a good job in getting like into my nose and the arch, like right here. So I like to use this for that. I don't know what else you would use this brush for, but for your nose, honestly, I don't know. So there's also that. I also have a fan brush. So this fan brush is for your highlights, to do your highlights, apply highlights all over your face. This one is a bigger one. I wasn't really a big fan of fan brushes, but I mean, I don't know, I'm getting used to it. There's a smaller version of that one, and this is the one from Takealot, which does the same job basically. So these are fan brushes for highlights. I think I've covered everything. Like, you don't have to have all these brushes, honestly. As you go, you will see what works for you, but those are just all the brushes that I think are worth showing. And yeah, so that is brushes. So we have reached the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want me to clarify anything, just leave a comment below and I will respond. I read comments, guys. I read all your comments. And if you are not sure of anything, yeah, just let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe. I hope that you guys truly engage with this beginner's guide series if you're into makeup, and I hope it will be helpful for you guys. And stay tuned for the next video on brows. Mwah. Bye.